They were very blunt and straight out and just said, there's no point going again because you can't conceive children. So I was shattered. Yeah. And I found it surprising because I was never a girl. Like, I've got many friends that when they were little, they wanted to be a mum. That's all they wanted to do. I never wanted that. I was always career focused, career orientated. Money was a driver. You know, I was that sort of person. So then I had to figure out, how do I get over grieving for something I didn't know I wanted? And that was hard because there was no one around that supported that. And that's when I knew that was the second turning point in my life, where my body just went, you need to stop, you need to pause and reflect. So that did take a lot out of me. I did go to see a psychologist, someone that specializes in fertility. Didn't find them to be helpful whatsoever. They just kind of, I asked the question of, how do I get over this? How do I move forward? How do I fill the void? And all they would say to me is that there are donor eggs out there. You can adopt, but then I had already expressed to them that that's not my option. The option was it's part of me or it's nothing. And my husband agreed with that as well. So we were very, very strict on that. But the psychologist couldn't tell me how to move forward. And I would often go away from them thinking, isn't that your job? Isn't that what you're meant to do? You're meant to help me move forward through the feelings that I'm feeling. So that was where the first thought of the mind compass came from, because what I was realizing is that the supports that we have out there, they only really deal with the situation if they know how to deal with it or if they've experienced it. But they don't know how to deal with a situation that they hadn't experienced. So I was seeing a fertility counsellor that had children. So wouldn't understand the loss and the grief of something that you can't have. Wouldn't have understand my position of, if it's not mine, it's not going to happen. You know, and wouldn't be able to give me those understandings on how to move forward, because they haven't had to do it before. They might have to have done it in their life for something different, but not through this. So that's where the first thought of the mind compass started to evolve, because I went, you know, if I can help women that go through the IVF component, because that is traumatic anyway. But if the outcome's not great, like, who are we turning to? Who are we trying to get that support from? So yeah, it was a bit of a light in the back of my head. I hadn't fully understood what I needed to do, but it was there.